What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Showstopper, man. Let's get into this. Let's get into this E3. What I think about it, man. How's everybody doing? Uh-oh. Let me cut this off. I can't have that going. Oh man. Okay, I got two in here. What's happening with y'all? Leave a comment. Uh we here. Yeah, we could. All right, so let me get right into it. E3. What I think about E3. I thought the conference was decent, was solid for Microsoft. They showed a lot of good games, man. I'm just gonna ramble off some of them. Assassin's Creed, Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor, Forza Motorsport 7, dope. The visuals on that was just, oh my god. Metroid, Metro. I'm sorry, I said Metroid. Metro was a good game also. Um, Minecraft. They showed Fallout 4, not Fallout. What else they showed? They showed just a bunch, man. I mean, just the games from. I got a bad list. This list I got was wrong, but never mind. What's good, everybody? But just everything in general, just everything that they showed, I really enjoyed. Microsoft E3 is very diverse. They had games for just every type of gamer that can be out there. If you're a platformer, they has a little platformers for you. If you're a venture gamer, they had things, those type of games for you. If you shooter, they had some shooters on there. So they had a little variety of everything. If you was one of those like those niche titles from Japan, they even had that for you. So they had a little bit of everything, and this E3 for me was very refreshing. I'm looking at the complaints of everybody that's saying that they should have showed Crackdown's multiplayer. They should have, the price shouldn't have been for the Scorpio shouldn't have been 500. It should have been 4. They were very disappointed in that, and it was like a lot of complaints about Microsoft conference, and I'm sitting here like, okay, what are we? Are we complainers or are we gamers? Because the knock that on Microsoft was, they didn't have variety. They only had like a certain type of games and that they were known for, and that's been the knock. Now that they go variety, now it's a bunch of complaints that it wasn't all that wowing or exclusive. We need to get off the exclusive thing too, because they changed their format from being console exclusive to pretty much Windows exclusive. So if it's going on the Scorpio, it's going to be on PC as well. That's not nothing new. They've been saying that for the longest, and this is where we at with it. I mean, I can't knock them for it. I mean, this is what they want to do. That's where they at with it. But all in all, man, I'm looking at $500 for US. He said 449 for UK, whatever. But I'm looking at it like this: ponies can pay $500 for a VR headset, huh? 2 dildos and some goggles. That's what they paid for. You know what I'm saying? $500 for that trash. And they're gonna have the audacity to complain about $500 for the Scorpio. You got to be kidding me, huh? 2 dildos and some dang on goggles, huh? To protect yourself. Y'all pay $500 for that trash. And then have the nerve to have 2 different light colors on it. You know what I'm saying? Red and blue. You know what I'm saying? And y'all pay for that trash. But y'all complaining about the price of the Scorpio. Now, don't get me wrong. Scorpio, we all kind of figured it was going to be around that because, the Xbox One was $500. I ain't have a problem with paying $500 when I bought it. I bought my Xbox day one, and I paid $500 for it. I was one of the ones that did that. So, to me, that's nothing based off of what we getting, the enhancements that we are getting in this console. This console, the X, I keep calling it the Scorpio, but the Xbox X, Xbox One X is what we should have got in 13. You know, what we paid the 500 for that. That's what I'm thinking, you know. And for them to do it now, it's refreshing. And I think a lot of people are knocking Microsoft because they figured Microsoft has started a new generation with the X, which they didn't. This is just a refresh of the Xbox One. That's all it is. So to sit here and say, oh, well, it should have launched with exclusives and they should have showed this and it should have showed that. Every game coming out is showing the power of the box. Every game that they named off showed the power of that, and that's why you launch titles with a console to show what the box is capable of. And every title that they named was all in 4K, 30 frames. Some was 60. That's showing the power of the box. You know, so I look at it from that standpoint. I mean, what are you complaining about? You know, and it's not a new Xbox. It's not a whole nother generation. They did not start, you know what I'm saying, the Xbox 2 or you know how PlayStation about to come out with a 5, which is not a, you know, it's not a new console. It's a new piece of hardware to us because it's enhanced, but it's still really the Xbox One with just a little hemi in it. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it is. I mean, I think when Andrew House or whoever that was from Sony, when they had first announced the Scorpio and they was talking about what the specs was, and Sony found out what it was. This is why Ponies is on this. You know, this should be launched with something. It's because he came out and said what we did was just a lateral move with the Pro. You know what I'm saying? What Xbox did was change a generation. And that's where they got that thought process from. And they didn't change a generation. They just, you know, enhanced what we already in. That's all they did, and gave us more features, you know, for we can play on the 360 games and the original OG Xbox, all that backwards compatibility. Everything will be able to travel with you. All that is just what Microsoft is trying to establish. Now, when Sony announced their PlayStation 5, guess what? I'm guarantee you Microsoft got another console in the works already. They already said it. So it's tit for tat. So when the 5 starts, that's when a new generation is going to start. This was not a new console. This was really a mid-gen refresh, and that's what it was. You know, what y'all think on that? Y'all let me know. Y'all think it was a refresh, or y'all think it was a whole new generation? Y'all let me know. But for me, that's how I look at it. Is how Microsoft looked at it. It's just, this is a mid-gen refresh, you know. So for people to sit here and say that it's a brand new, you know, like they just started a whole nother generation, like this is the Xbox 2 or something. It's not. It's an extension of what we already have and what we should have had, you know, from get-go. You know, but all in all, the conference to me, I thought was solid. It was decent, you know, with the games that they had rambled off, you know, and they showed a lot of content. I mean, goodness, man, there was so many games. I think a lot of us we was fatigued, but when you start looking at a lot of these games, and especially if you are a type of gamer, and you got to look at the conference from what type of gamer you are, you know. If you are a adventure type, platform type, they had things for you. They had a lot of things for you. If you a shooter type, platform type, or you know, whatever, or Japanese with a mix of this, they had a little bit of everything for everybody. And you know, it might not have been what we used to with the Gears of War and you know, Halo and some of those big name titles, but all in all, this was really a decent show. Says show, you know, it was horrible. Shut up, Wolf. No, it was not, Wolf. Now hold on, Wolf. You was the main one. I'm glad you in the comments, man. You was the main one that sat here and said that they needed variety. Did they not give you variety? That's my question to you. You know what I'm saying? You was the main one saying Xbox need variety. I'm tired of these games. You went on a whole rant about, you know what I'm saying? They ain't have this, they ain't have that. Then they give it to you. and you saying it's horrible. That to me, man, that's a little iffy. That's a double standard, man. You can't be that way. You can't be two-faced it that way. You can't do that, man. You know they gave you a little bit of everything. So, you know, that's just me on that, man. You know, I look at it, man. I just think we so caught up into this dang on tit for tat, and we looking at it from the standpoint of getting advantages, that we want to throw things in each other's faces, that we're not really looking at the games as gamers. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. You know, you got to find what you like. There's no way Sony or Microsoft is going to be able to please every individual gamer when they already pre-programmed to go in looking for negatives. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to enjoy anything. Everything's going to be horrible. Watch, when we watch Sony's conference later, I guarantee you it's going to be a whole nother negative. Oh, they should have showed this. They should have did that. It's every year. We have these same points every year. You know, and that's my whole thing. It's like, it's nothing that please gamers anymore. Are we gamers? Or are we complainers? That's my whole thing. Because I see a lot more complaints than I do about appreciating what is out there, or being excited about what's out there. You know, and then the complaints is so weak. You know, you complaining about Crackdown not showing multiplayer. They should have showed at least one Megaton or whatever. I'm stealing Crap's word, but they didn't. Okay, they got other game shows that can show other things, but for E3, this is what they try to get all this out in one show. And man, they went over trying to get all this content out. You know, and I just think they couldn't show everything that they probably wanted to show. They had to look like they had to take some of it out, because that show was long. I was sitting here like, God, when is they gonna be finished? Because it was like a lot of content, and I don't think we all processed it pretty good, man. What's up with everybody? But Wolf, no, he out of order with that one, boy, because he was the main one. They ain't got nothing from Japan. Y'all remember that trash? They ain't got nothing. Where are the Japanese games? Okay, they got Japanese games for you now, Wolf. They have them. You know, you went on this major rant, man. You even went and grew 2 more hooves and went on out here, man. And you gonna come in here and say that the show was trash and they gave you variety? That was your main complaint, was variety. Your main complaint was Microsoft don't have variety. Sony does. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. Am I the only one in the comments? Because we seen you all on Twitter. You even went to Phil Spencer himself and was talking about variety. So, man, oh my goodness, you got to stop, Wolf, man. Oh my God, you got to stop, Wolf. I mean, it's clicking is clicking, but come on, bro. You know that's out of order, man. Come on, Wolf, man. You gotta come on now. You know they compromised, man. This is what Microsoft did, man. They took the complaints that they was hearing from us as gamers and tried to give us what we wanted. We wanted variety. They gave us variety. Now y'all want to knock them for giving you variety. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I really just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to come in, Wolf, I can send you the link. You know what I'm saying? And we can have that talk, man. If you want to get in here and tell me what exactly that you don't like about it, bro. I like I said, I'll send it to you, man. Just let me know if you want to get in here. But Wolf and invite. Yeah, where Wolf at? You here? I'm gonna send it to you on Twitter, man. I'm gonna send it to you right now. You know what I'm saying? Where you at? Let me go to my But yeah, that's what it is. Cats be tripping. Oh, the show was trash. The show was trash. Ah, man, you can't make this stuff up. I might probably have to send it to you on Facebook, bro. Let me go there. That's if you didn't block me or anything. Hopefully you didn't. trying to think. What's your name? Is this? Yeah, I don't want to get your government out. There you go. I'm sending it to you on Facebook, Wolf. Let me see what's going on. Boop, boop, boop. Bingo. Hopefully that's it. Hopefully I sent the right link. Did you get it? No, man. I ain't messing with that AdSense money, man. Man, Wolf. Hopefully I sent the right thing. I hope I did. I snatched it from the top, so we'll see. Oh shoot! Did you get? There he is. There we go. What's happening, Wolf? Man?
Yo, what's
with you,
up,
bro?
man? What's good, man?
I'm chilling, man. What's good, bro?
All good in mind, man. Good
okay,
to see you, man.
It's good seeing you too, man. What did you did not like about the Xbox conference?
Look, I'm not saying, look, I'm not trying to say it was trash, right?
Okay.
Great gaming
Hold
show.
on now. In the comments, you was come on, Wolf.
No. Hear me out on this one. Hear me out on this one. No. Hear me out. It was it was a great gaming show. But as far as an Xbox show, in trying to convince you into buying an Xbox One X, I think they did a horrible job in terms of exclusive games. Now, this whole console launch exclusive thing, I'm not buying into any of that, because it seems like those are going to be like 2-month, 3-month, or maybe 6-month time exclusives. You know what I'm saying?
They had a lot of windows, and maybe that's what they meant when they say when they were saying console, and sometimes they worded it different, where it was saying that was going to Windows and the Xbox, but nothing else. You know what I mean?
I was getting gassed. I was getting gassed like crazy when he said we're gonna have 46 games to show, and 22 of them are gonna have console exclusivity. I was like, oh damn.
Okay.
They're not playing, yo.
Yeah, 22. But if you think about the 22 that they named off, are considered console exclusives.
No, they are. But but when they were saying that, I was thinking, oh, okay, they're gonna have legit exclusives. And I thought a lot of them are going to be like these AAA bangers. You know what I'm saying? I was expecting bangers. And they did show a few, but they were showing like rehashes of the things that we already know about, like State of Decay 2, Crackdown 3. Now, I was kind of disappointed with Crackdown 3. I tell you why, though. Not because of the game. The game looks good. It's that they only showed like a 2-minute trailer of that. I wanted to see HUD gameplay from the player's perspective. And they give me like 10 minutes of Shadow of War, and you're not giving all this time with your own first party games. Right. Just kind of made me scratch my head.
You do know, Wolf. You do know that they have announced that they are showing multiplayer and a little bit more of Crackdown at Gamescom.
I'm pretty sure they are, and that's perfectly cool. That's perfectly cool.
I think cool just with the content that they had so much. You know what I'm saying? They should have. Now, I think going back in hindsight, they probably thought like, well, these are the games that the gamers really, really, really want to look at. But they probably look at it too. Like, they've been announcing this game for like 3 years. They have showed destructible environments. That we had seen a lot of that already. You know what I'm saying? So they was just sitting here showing you the story, and then say, okay, we'll get a little bit more in depth in a lesser, not so intense, where we have to show so much in content show. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, well, I don't know what it is. Maybe myself, including a lot of people, kind of came into this with high expectations. Seriously, because they're launching a new console, right? And when you launch a new console,
you gotta stop doing that. But this is the thing. It's not a new console. It's an extension.
I know it's an extension. But the thing is,
we gotta stop sitting here saying that they did not start a new generation.
Ain't it a new console though? I'm not saying it's a next generation console, but it's still a new console though, right?
It's a new. Listen, what I'm saying, it's new because they upgraded it. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is still an extension of the one. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a little more powerful, but it's a mid-gen refresh, bro. That's what it is. It's nothing
No,
more than
because I had a lot of people, going crazy on me, saying that, you know what, you're bashing way too much, you're going too hard on Phil.
Mhm.
And look, I gave him the benefit of a doubt. Before this E3, I thought to myself, okay, he's been in charge of the Xbox division for 3 years, right?
Mhm.
So I thought, okay, everything he's been doing, whatever fruits he's been growing, we're
Mhm.
gonna see it at this year's E3.
Right.
And we didn't see much. That's the problem.
No. This is where I disagree with you on that, Owen, because they showed us variety. They showed Phil Spencer had the first time was able to sit here and show us that he was more about variety than any other year. You got to remember the games that they had. A lot of the stuff he took on from Matrix. You see what I'm saying? So those games had to come out already. So this is a idea, a peek into where he is going as a head. You see what I'm saying? So if you look at it from that standpoint, it was a variety of stuff, man. I mean, did you see the Japan games?
Well, they're multiplats though. They're everywhere. I was hoping
Understandable,
for a
but listen
Japanese
what I'm saying. He brought
exclusive.
something there that we didn't normally have on there. You see what I'm saying? Which was a complaint. Am I right? Did you see
I'll give him. Look,
did you like the Dragon Ball Z game?
Oh yeah, that was fire, man. I'm a big fan
Okay.
of Arc System Works and that Dragon Ball Z Fighters. I'm buying that day one.
Okay.
They showed Code Vein, which looked great. It's an anime
Vein.
Souls game.
Mhm.
Great looking game. You know what I'm saying? They had another Korean game that looked pretty good. It was Black Desert, if I'm not mistaken. Looked really, really good. There's an MMO you could play with your friends and everything. Kind of reminded me of Destiny and Souls mixed together. No, they had some good games, but a lot of it was multiplat or launch exclusives. Or this is like the new term. I know they're the kings of changing the narrative. Sometimes I feel like they've changed the narrative with all this exclusivity stuff now, making you think it's one thing when it's not.
But you know what? Those was the same complaints you and I both had about Sony. Am I right?
Well, of course.
Sony. Hold on. This is what I'm saying.
Bro.
You can't
Sony.
You can't
the
pick
thing with
from
Sony. No. I agree with you. No, I agree with you. Look. Sony also done the same thing. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. They call it console debut, which is pretty stupid.
No, but see, listen, that's the same thing as console debut, console exclusive, console first on this platform. This is what companies do. That's basically what I'm saying. If Sony can do it and nobody complain about it, why can't Microsoft do the same thing? Why are we making a big deal about something in terminology that shouldn't even be about terminology?
But then again, remember, bro, like, we were clowning Sony for bringing too many indies. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Now,
but
what did we see yesterday? Nothing but indies, bro.
But listen at this though, Wolf. We was clowning those ones that scream indies. You know what I'm talking about? That they was passing off as games. It's indies, and then it's really indies. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking those ones with a little ball bouncing and
like
breaking some bricks.
8-bit, like 4-bit indies.
Vision Next, you know what I'm saying? Where it looked like a mouse trap. You know what I'm saying? These was indies that Sony was passing off as AAA games. That's what we was getting on Sony about. It wasn't the fact that it was indies. It was the fact that the type of indies that they was pushing out. And you know that, Wolf, man. Come on, bro. You know that, man.
No, I know about that whole Hokum. I know. I remember.
Whole Hokum, you know, the little, you know what I'm saying? The one that looked like a sperm cell. He's floating around. That's a dang on indie. That's what we talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. You're right. You're 100% correct, but they never showed that on the big stage.
Yeah, but it wasn't like you know I'm right though, Wolf. That's what's up though. But go ahead, man. What else you didn't like about it?
No, they showed Sea of Thieves for way too long, bro. Like 3 years we've been seeing this game. 2015, last year, and again this year. I feel like they're trying to oversell this game, and people are not buying into it like that. People in the Xbox community all gassed up about this game. I know there's a few of them that are pretty excited, and genuinely because they like games like that. They like MMO pirate games,
right?
But I don't see like the majority very excited about it. I'm sure it's gonna be an okay game. I'm not saying it's gonna be dog shit, but what you got to show that could be shown at Gamescom. Show something new at E3. That's
yeah. I mean, they
that's the only
could.
point I'm
I
trying
see
to
what your point is saying. Like, okay, we already heard about it, but like I said,
think about it like this, show.
they
Think
had
about
to
it like
get
this.
they had to get a lot of it out, and then with the name, like the rep that Sea of Thieves had, because it was coming off as if it wasn't a good game, especially after the little beta incident that had took place.
Well, a lot of people, including myself, we thought it was going to be a free to play. It just
You see what I'm
seemed that
saying?
way to me.
Just right. So they had to show you a little bit more
No, but
to put a little life
game,
into that.
but since it's a European game, you could have shown that at Gamescom. Gamescom is not a small event by any stretch of the imagination. It's really big. Over 200,000 people go. That's more than E3. So a lot of people could have seen this game at Gamescom. That's the point I'm trying. But what I'm trying to say, like games like Shadow of War, games like I said, Sea of Thieves, that took about 20 minutes of the show.
Yeah.
You know how many games you could squeeze in within that 20 minutes?
Yeah.
At least 5 or 6, yo. I'm just saying.
I don't think it took up 20 minutes, but it was more like 5 easy they spent on that game.
And the Minecraft thing, like, who cares about
Minecraft didn't take up that much time at all. It was about
you had the chick with the big hips and everything, you know, with the short hair. She looked nice. Don't get me wrong, but
I thought she looked like the Little Caesars dude, man. But you know,
crazy,
she did have some hips, though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I'll give it that. That's not the first thing I saw, man.
Because that dang on nose is ridiculous. But anywho, go ahead. But go ahead though, Wolf. What else you ain't
but the whole Minecraft thing, like, okay, you get to have 8-bit pixels in 4K. Whoop-de-doo, you know, like. Okay. I didn't understand the point of that, but I understand they made a $2 billion investment in the IP, so they gotta, show it in some kind of way and try profit off of it. So I'll get that. But we've been seeing way too much of it throughout the last few years. Last year was on an iPad. The year before that was on HoloLens. Yo, whatever happened to the one on HoloLens, man?
That's coming because I know they that's a tech that they got that they keeping it on wraps right now. That's why you ain't hear much about it. They just kind of focus on.
I haven't heard anything about VR, man. And he was, Phil was talking about VR last year. So whatever happened to?
See what I'm saying?
Because he said high fidelity VR.
Right.
I didn't
so
see anything.
one thing you know about, you and I both know Microsoft. If they're gonna put something out, it has to be at a level. It can't be just stumbling out the gate like Sony's VR is doing right now. Because you don't hear nothing about that trash right now. You know what I'm saying? It had a high when it first came out. Everybody was excited about it. And the thing is that's funny to me, Wolf. People paid $500 for that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And they complaining about the price of Scorpio. That don't make no sense to me.
I know that's pretty hypocritical. It's pretty stupid.
It's stupid. You see what I'm saying? It don't make no sense to me if you're gonna pay $500, like I said, for two dildos,
like a VR bundle, right?
and some goggles, man. You know what I'm saying? For some safe sex, because that's what that thing is all about, man. It ain't about ain't no other game they can create besides some freaky stuff. That's gonna sell.
Something like because like me personally, I wasn't fully satisfied with the show. They showed games, don't get me wrong, but I wasn't fully satisfied. But I thought, okay, to kind of make up for things, I thought maybe the Xbox One S would have been $399, and that would have ended the show pretty strong.
Yeah,
but it was $500, and I didn't see that many people clapping on the stage and everything. So I was like, oh shit,
How did you watch it? How did you watch? Did you watch it on YouTube? Did you watch it on Mixer?
I watched it on Mixer on my iPad.
Okay, you watched it on the iPad, man. I watched it on my 4K TV, man, and the graphics.
Yeah, I was in
the graphics.
It looked good.
Listen, what I'm saying, Wolf. The graphics, how I saw it, I was excited because it showed the power of what the Scorpio gonna be. I'm talking the color fidelity, the detail. You able to see it, everything. What was that game? Metroid. I think that Metro. Remember when he was coming? When he climbed up the thing and he was running through that dark and he opened the door and he came out into the light and he took the mask off. You saw the drippings from the sweat from the inside of the mask, from the sweat inside rolling down the dang on mask, man. Stop it. That's the type of
Bro,
stuff
Metro looked great, man. I ain't
it looked
denying that.
it
looked
looked
fire.
all. Listen, every game they showed that was in 4K, I was looking beyond, like not just right what was in front of my face. Can I see miles down? Was it still a world far away from me? And I was able to see that. I mean, mountains all the way in the back, clouds moving. You saw when you know, cities, if you look into the city, you can see it for miles on. Not just
yo, the draw distance was on point, you know.
Even dust, the particles effects, all this little stuff, man, that you can't do on the Xbox or the PlayStation right now. You see what I'm saying? It'll be dumbed down a little bit. So we are seeing what PC gamers sit here and say, oh man, this game was nice. We're seeing the extras. That's what I was excited about. And that's what they did. They showed that. And you can't, man. If
you know, one
thing
I would never do is knock that console.
Okay.
That is a great freaking console. Beautiful looking console. It has a sleek design. It has that premium look to it. You know, the console, it was just a perfect looking console. Yeah. It was smaller than One S. It's the smallest Xbox ever made. Like, how could you knock this thing? It's just, my only thing is that, you know, I didn't see enough.
Okay.
But am I gonna buy it? Maybe. You know, I'll have to wait and see. But
okay, let me ask you this. With Scorpio, right? What was your expectations for Scorpio? What did you want to see with Scorpio?
What did I want to see with Scorpio? I wanted to see more from their first party, to be honest with you, man.
Okay.
I was, you know, we all know the coalition.
I think I'm asking the question wrong. What I'm sitting here saying, with the games that they showed, did they show the power of the box to you?
In terms of visuals, yes. In terms of the graphics and visuals, yes. But I saw another video after E3 about the whole Gears of War thing, how they're going to patch it for free. The campaign is going to be 4K, but still in 30 frames per second.
Okay.
So I was kind of bummed out by that. I was like, well, what about the 60? I wanted 4K 60 on the Gears campaign at least.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you're going to get 4K 60 with Forza and maybe a few other games out there. But
when Gears, they just upgraded Gears to 60 when this gen, right?
Yeah, but you know what they should really do, Show? And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. They should have given us the option like the PlayStation do. You could do 4K 30 or 4K checkerboard 30 or 1080 60.
Okay.
Like, give us the option for that.
And I think
that's what they need to do.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think, you know, it scales to whatever, you know, your TV. But I understand as far as like you putting those settings in. But wouldn't that make it PC though?
Well, that's the direction they want to head, right? They want to make their console more PC-like, so it would make sense.
Yeah. So I mean that I think that's coming with that's why I keep trying to tell everybody this is not a new console. It's a refresh. Because the next console coming, it's gonna have those things that you want. You see what I'm saying? This is a mid-gen refresh. This is why I keep telling you, this is not Microsoft changing a generation. This is not Microsoft sitting here saying, hey, you know, we going to the Xbox 2 now. You know what I'm saying? This is mid-gen. They sitting there saying, hey, our gamers, you know, gamers now wants visuals, gamers now want this. We can't put a whole lot into it, but because it'd be too expensive. But this is just a refresh. Here y'all go. You know what I'm saying? To where developers are happy because now they can do a lot of things that they've been wanting to see on consoles that they can do on PC. You know, but it'd be at lower settings, and that's what's my expectations for it. Now the next Xbox to come out, when the PlayStation 5 come out, and the next Xbox to come out, bruh, it's gonna be some problems. You know what I'm saying? Because I see the direction.
Because at that point you've reached the ceiling. You cannot go any higher.
Can't go any higher. Yeah, you cannot. And that's exactly everything gonna be in 60 frames. That's the standard there. With the next gen, you see what I'm saying, will be 60 frames. But this gen, it's a mixture. You see what I'm saying? I just think our expectations and how we look at the Scorpio, we looked at it as if it was a brand new console, and it's not. It's not by far. It's not. You know what I'm saying? It's just a mid-gen refresh. And if you keep in mind that that's what that is, you shouldn't. Your expectations shouldn't have been that dang on high as if it was a new console to where it need to have its own. If it was that new, it would have had its own everything. But they have to make the game still because it's people still have the one, it's people still have the 360. I mean, you know, the S. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's all packaged in as one little thing, and they're not trying to leave anybody behind. So Microsoft is staying on point with their message. I just think us as gamers, we need to figure out what we want as gamers. You know, do we want to buy a whole new console and screw everything else? You know what I'm saying? No matter whatever was on the Xbox One, that's on the Xbox One. I just want whatever's going to be on Scorpio.
Yeah.
Because that's the complaint. That's how it come off as.
Yeah.
How we look at Scorpio.
No, I see a lot of even the diehard Xbox dudes out there. You know, there is a lot of them still kind of disappointed. They wanted that one new IP, that one big AAA banger that nobody knew about. And we were hoping for that. I was hoping. I'm sure you were hoping for it too. And they never gave it. I like the Ori and the Blind Forest 2 announcement. I love the first game. You know, I beat that game. I 100% that game. One of my best indies I played this generation, period. I'm glad they got the part 2 coming.
Right. But, Ori, my goodness. Did you see that game?
Bruh, they had freaking live music been playing. And that's like another beautiful form of art. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate shit like that. I appreciate entertainment.
Yeah, to me, I mean, when I looked at the conference, you know, and like I said, I got a chance to kind of like look at it, spot here and there last night. You know, wife was kept talking, so I couldn't really focus. But you know how that be. You know, she got to tell you about her day. So, you know, I was like, all right, let me listen to this trash. But
yo, be careful she's not listening, bro. She probably
no, she at work.
All right, you're
That's
good.
That's why I'm talking strong the way I'm talking. But anyway, you know, I just when I looked at it, I said, you know what, as a gamer, I was happy for the variety. You know, and this is something that we knocked Microsoft hard this year on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They did not have variety. You know, they only have shooters. They only have this. They, you know, then they every complaint that we had about them is about launching games. You know, we're gonna have games all the way until next E3. That's how many games that was not.
Well, you know one thing, the one positive I'm going to take from this E3 is that they're not going to be dry for the first half of 2018. They're not going to be dry. Because I remember I used to tease a lot of the Xbox folks saying that the Xbox is dry. It's the dust box. It's the dry box. You remember all of that stuff. So, you know, obviously come next year, right at the beginning, they're going to have a lot of games to play. So that's really, really cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
it just took, like I was saying, it took all the talking points away. And that's what Microsoft been doing. That's been their strategy.
Yeah.
Since Phil took over, whatever your complaints was, okay, we're gonna adapt to those. We're gonna accept them, and we're gonna give it to you. And then it seemed like every time that they give you what you complain about, you say, "No, I don't want
it." My only thing right now, and this is one more thing I want to say, and it may sound like a negative, but I'm just trying to be truthful about the whole thing. So far, we only have, Forza, we got Cuphead. And then we also got Crackdown. So we only know about 3 games coming this holiday season or coming this fall. Is that okay with you?
It's listen what I'm saying. It's okay in a sense because they didn't have nothing really, really major that can compete with Star Wars Battlefront. You got Assassin's Creed. You have
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. You have Destiny. You have all these games that a lot of people they already know, gravitate to around this time of the year. So to me, pushing it back and scaling certain things they learned from their mistakes of trying to put their games out around that time.
Yeah.
You know, to give them that, you know, to make it look like they're doing something because, you know, you competing with franchises that people are gonna go buy first.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So why do that to those franchises when they?
But then again, I do feel like that whole Crackdown 3. I think they kind of threw that with the Sharks, man. You know what I'm saying? With Battlefront, Call of Duty,
coming out November, and it's launching with the Scorpio. Yeah, I don't know. I think that was a smart move because it's launching with new hardware. And so a lot of people don't buy that, and it depends on how they market it. So if you sit here and they market it right and they say, listen, this is gonna have destructible environments. You're gonna see the, you know, this, that, the third, and they showing it, and it's only gonna be done right on this box right here.
They need to get that brother, man. They need to get Terry Crews to promote that, man.
They already got him. They already got him. You know what I'm saying? Y'all drop bombs. We dropped buildings. Come on, bro.
Yeah, that was lit.
Come on, man. That was fire. I mean, I just looked like they had to show the story mode. They had to, and they had to show you what the progress of where that was going, and they used that time to show you that, and they gave it its own time. Just like, you know, they were showing the last E3 with the destructible environments. They was trying to show you little things about the multiplayer a little bit. You know, we want more. So I see why they skipped out on that for this E3 with all the content that they had. You know, so
yeah. Well, you know, I am hoping that they have a, you know, they do show up at Gamescom, and maybe they could have one or two. And
they might, and it's still not over. They might, you know. I mean,
the year's not over.
It's not over. You know,
they can still do something at Gamescom, promote the console even more. You know, show one or two announcements, maybe 2 new games. Who knows? Maybe that Fable reboot could be shown over there. Oh, yeah. Maybe Tokyo Game Show. Maybe get more Japanese games or whatever, or exclusives. We'll wait and see, man. But what Phil's done, I definitely give him credit, though, man. He did go out to Japan, and he did sign some of these games on his platform. So, you know, props to him for that, man.
Yeah, and that's the only thing that I think a lot of people. I think he's in a position he gets criticized if he do the right thing. If he do the wrong thing, he's gonna get criticized. So it's like you gotta take it like you know. So
yeah, he has his hands.
He can't please everybody. You know what I'm saying? He can't please everybody. I don't even think Sony can please everybody.
No, they can't.
They only can show you what they thought was their product or what they think gamers want. You know what I'm saying? And they listen to their gamers and they try to make adjustments based off of the input that they get from their gamers. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at everything that we've been complaining about, that's what they gave us. So we can't complain about it and say, hey, this is what we want. We want variety. We want this. We want that. And then when they give it to us, we say, no, I want this. I want that. I want this. You see what I'm saying? So everything comes in stages because the stuff that they showed, it wasn't, you know, it was something that they had got for free. They had to put money into that trash. You know what I'm saying?
Well, one thing I did appreciate, the one thing I really appreciate was the OG Xbox backwards compatibility.
Oh, man, yes.
That was probably my highlight of the show.
First thing that came to my mind was 2K5 in the field.
Oh man, they better make that back compat, man.
That was the first thing that came to mind, bro. I was like,
that Panzer Dragoon. I want that Panzer Dragoon Alta. I want that Jet Set Radio Future. You know, Crazy Taxi. All the Sega exclusives that they had. And they said they're gonna improve the visuals. They're gonna make it like HD, like it's gonna run real good. So yeah, exciting. I hope they had achievements though. That's one thing I do hope.
Well, if you look at it, but they didn't lie on their progress, what their message was as a company when they sat here and said no gamer left behind.
Yeah.
You know, I was making. Let me make this point real quick. Like I was telling Crap and them yesterday. Yeah. You don't have to have all 3 of those consoles now in your home. You can just buy the Scorpio, and it got you have everything that you can play everything that you own
from every Xbox generation.
From every Xbox generation, and to me, that's great because now you ain't got a whole clutter or. You know how many, like some people don't even keep their consoles out. It's in a box somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now you can put that out and just, you know, and have some shelf space for that or buy it digitally and it's all there. So
yeah, that's definitely and that's what makes it a true all-in-one system now. You could play every Xbox game from every Xbox generation and man, that's what's up, man.
That's what's up, man. So like I said, we can't complain, man. We can't kick them from doing what we asked them to do.
Yeah.
And I think that's what is happening right now. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, show you damage controlling. No, I ain't damage controlling. I'm really excited about this E3 conference. I was really excited. I've seen a lot of games that I was really excited about, bro. You know, and then as far as me as an adventure gamer, as you know, story modes, they had a lot of those for me. Then mixed in with a few platformers and mixed in with little Japanese stuff. You know what I'm saying? And especially the Street Fighter. Me and my son gonna be on that. And not Street Fighter. I'm sorry, Dragon Ball Z. So definitely the Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Definitely. So I mean, I know how he is with the Dragon Ball Z. And me and him be in here getting it in, you know, and I'll be like, I know he gonna want that. So I looked and I said, you know what? They had a really, I won't sit here and say it was a 10, but you know, it's a solid 8.59 to me. You know, and it wasn't. You know,
personally, you know, as a gaming show, I gave it an 8. It was a solid 8, and I think, you know, personally, I think that's a fair score. You know, right. I think it's a fair score personally. I know a lot of people are going to be, you know, a lot of people said 4, 3, and 6.5. Some people going way too hard.
I don't think that. Like I was sitting here saying, they ain't let it sink in yet. And then it ain't fair because they holding greater expectations for Sony, and if Sony don't live up to those expectations that they were having, I'm gonna go in on them, bro. Oh my God, it's gonna be, man. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be the main one on here, like,
oh, I know how you operate, man. I know how you operate.
Be the main one, like, man, because I see the video, man. I don't know if that was real. I hope it ain't. If they showing that type of freaky stuff and that's something with VR, man, I don't know, man.
No,
did you see the video? Did you see the video that I'm talking about?
Is it some kind of dating sim or something like that?
No, it wasn't no dating sim. It was these two fat dudes. I mean, real fat, shaking their booties, and then they out of their navel, they was tongue kissing out of their navel. Man, Sony got some freaky stuff. They tongue kissing out of their navel. This dude had a snake for a penis.
Bruh,
you ain't see it?
Let me see. Yo, send me that. Yo, inbox me that shit, yo.
Hey, there's some freaky stuff going on that dang on pony. I'm like, man, hey, I put it up on Twitter. It's on Twitter. Everybody like, oh, this one dude like, oh my God, I hope this is real. It had everything to it out, and it says Sony. I was sitting here like, wow.
I don't know, man. They make certain games like that for weirdos, man. What can I really say, bro?
It's like, I'm talking, when I say weird, it's a fat dude laying, you know, like them Egyptians or whatever, like how them royalty was. He getting a back massage and he just smacking a fat. I'm sitting here like, bruh. Hey, man.
Damn.
Hey,
but yo, man.
Yo, this is some crazy stuff. Hold on, let me tag you in this.
Yeah, tag me in it. Show me that. I want to see that shit, but I'm gonna have to hop off right now, man.
Okay, big dog. I'll see you, man.
It was good talking to you, man.
Good talking to you too, man.
Hey, yo, shout out to the Xbox community, man. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys probably hate me, but you know, I love the Xbox, man. You know what I mean? You should.
Oh no, we ain't accepting you back, bro.
I know.
I'll see you, man.
All right, man. Peace out, man. Take it.
What's good, everybody? Oh man, so what do y'all think? Yeah, about that conversation me and Wolf had. You know, y'all tell me, man. Was y'all agree with Wolf? Y'all agree with me? What's going on? Oh man, Gay Station 4 below. Hey, if you want to see that video that I'm talking about, just holler at me on Twitter. Say, hey, show. Tag me in that link. You know what I'm saying? I'll hook you up, man. I'll get it to you, man. That stuff, man, was just the nastiest game I have ever seen, man. I said, what sick, perverted mind made this dang on game, man? This game was so dang on nasty. I mean, fat meat just jiggling. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was just nasty. Oh man, it was just nasty. But you know, like I was saying, man, Microsoft E3 conference, man, was solid. You know, I think the people that have the disappointments, that's talking about the disappointments with the price, is hypocritical, because you know, you're paying for a VR headset, something that's on the level of as a controller. You're paying that much for that, and you can't pay for these enhancements. You know, I just don't get it, you know. So it's like, to me, I that argument is just stupid. That's just something ponies just want to sit here and think that they're making fun, but you paid for a freaking headset. You know, I just don't get that, man. And the headset ain't all that because it didn't even launch with no good games. It launched with some okay games. I mean, I wouldn't even say okay. It was just to show you what VR was all about. And we already knew we had VR for the longest, you know, and they've been doing VR, I told, since the 60s. It's not new technology. It's just they've been trying to find a way to sell VR that long, and it failed every time. You know, so I don't know. So, but all in all, man, I think Microsoft's conference was decent. And like I can't drive that point home, man. They gave the gamers what they wanted. They were screaming variety, and they gave them variety. Now, a good point from this was I don't know if it was Next Gen or somebody had mentioned it. It was like if they was trying to cater to Sony side, because it looked like a Sony conference to me. You know what I'm saying? And how they kind of structured it with the type of games and stuff. But all in all, it was some dope games in there, man. I cannot lie. I can't front. It was nice. So, yeah, no, that's just my take. I couldn't go all in it. Wolf kind of sidetracked where I was going. But, you know, all in all, but I'll take some questions, man. If y'all got any questions, you know, and we can go there. It's a showstopper, but would they said the X would cost, yeah. They did say it would cost $700 to $1,000 for the tech that was in it. You know, and they giving it to you for $500. And this is what I want a PC gamer to do, since they want to chime in too. Build a PC for $500 that's doing the same thing that the Scorpio doing. I want to see somebody do that and make me a believer, because they couldn't even make Steam machines on this level right here. It was just different tiers of Steam machines. It was all over the place. And I think this is what, you know, I agree with Black Bond on this. This is what the Steam machine should have been. You know what I'm saying? And it's on that level. So I don't know what people was complaining about. Let's see what else we got out here. Yeah, look like history kids. Just because I see, yeah, Sega replay, like rare replay. I don't know if they're gonna have a Sega replay. I hope so. You know, that I think that'd be dope. I really didn't get into the Battleground. I have to look at that a little bit more. For those that's asking, Showstopper, have you not? Why have you not made video? I have not made videos lately, for the simple fact that I was working 2 jobs, so you know, it's hard, man. So I'm off for the summer. So I will be making videos all through the summer. I'm off on both jobs, man, for the whole summer. I said I needed a break, and I just took this 2 months off, man. I got, you know, a lot of vacation time and stuff. So I went on ahead and did that. And then I had dropped the second job. So I can be off and rest pretty much. You know what I mean? See what else. Battlegrounds day 1. Okay. Agree with you, show on everything. Okay. Thanks, bro. I'm gonna have to look up that Battleground thing. Like I said, I couldn't get into watching it all over again because, you know, the wife was talking and saying a whole bunch of stuff. Are you excited about Gamescom now? Yes, I'm very excited about Gamescom, because it looks like Microsoft is not playing when it comes to games, you know. So I'm waiting to see if they have any that they're going to drop any new exclusives or announcements for any new type of games. At least a trailer for something, you know. Hopefully they hear us, and they've been real good at hearing us. So I think the complaints that everybody has been complaining about, they want to see that one. I think Microsoft is taking that into consideration. Hopefully they'll deliver on that with their show, you know, and that'll put a lot of that to rest, where people can see certain things just made for the Scorpio. All right, let's see. When his games come, I have to look that up. All about the Black Desert. Yeah, yeah. Hey, that game was nice, man. And yeah, yeah, it is too. Yeah. Now I don't know what they're gonna show at the Tokyo Game Show. Um, I'm very curious about that one. That one there, I'm kind of like, because they never do good over there. It's like, man, they go there, man. People just be looking at them like, they're like they walking through the zoo or something. It's hard over there, boy. I agree. I think they will show a lot of first parties. Yeah, I hope so. I just think they good. They real good at hearing us. Microsoft is real good at hearing us and responding. A lot of people can complain about a lot of things, but hearing what their gamers want and responding on what their gamers want, Microsoft do that better than anybody. And they give us, and everything that they give us choices and variety. That's what I like about Microsoft. It ain't like Sony. They did say no, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You just got to deal with it, drink it. He said Lucky Tail hike. Okay. And it looked like a decent platformer, man. It really do. Be something that, my goddaughter and my wife, what I'm saying, that I can get into it with them because that's a game that she typically would like to play, so I see what it's about, and then how I get into platformers, I sit here and play it with them. They be like, how you do this? How you do that? And then I start doing it. The next thing you know, I start liking the dang on game. I'll be like, dang. So that's how that happens, man. It said Sony has studios, Microsoft don't. That's the problem. Okay. Well, I think they have, yeah. Sony has more studios. Let's say it that way. I wouldn't say that they don't have any studios. They just have more. Sony has those that has been successful a lot longer than what Microsoft has doing. They still kind of inching on the way out. Iron Wolf is a turncoat. Hey man, this is a family show, man. It's early. We can't be dropping the bombs, man. We can't be dropping the B bombs. Who the heck is Dark Waters? Is you talking about a game, or is that a YouTuber, or do you know Dark Waters? You asked it in the form of as if that's a person, so I don't know no Dark Waters. This off is going to raise from the ashes. Yeah. Oh, YouTube. No, I do not know Dark Waters. I'm gonna have to look him up. I don't know him at all. I watch select a few on YouTube. It's a lot of YouTubers that does this type of stuff. On the Sony side, Zobi stopped doing videos. I used to watch Zobi. I watch Jabari. I watch him. Just YouTubers that I know that even though they troll, they still going to be honest at the same time. They're not going to be overly one side, with their assessment, of it. I'm kind of honest when it comes to Xbox too. Like if Microsoft do something wrong that I don't like, I will talk about it. You got some people, Sony can't do no wrong. Everything is greatness. Stop that trash. Do Do you think Rare still has it in them? You know what? With the Sea of Thieves that they had did with that game, they coming back. I just think Microsoft kept them under wraps so long. You know, I think they still got it in them. I really do. Shadow of War. Lord. Hey, I played the first Shadow of Mortars. And the upgrade system to your character on that game, my God. It's just, I mean, you cannot have a better upgrade system in a fighting venture game like that, man, than what is in Shadow of Mortars, man. And then they upgrading that and they giving you that same thing, man. I mean, the fighting style on that, how you can, you know, the different abilities that you have, everything is just that game is just solid. Really, that was the best, one of my top 5 best games this year. It's up there. It might be top 2. Mortars was. You know, I got Witcher 1, Mortars 2. You know, far as this generation as best games. Oh. Yeah, I'm getting the Xbox One X day one. Yeah, I'm definitely getting it. You know, because I just know, you know, what I'm looking at it for what it is. It's nothing. It's not a new console. I think everybody keep playing it as it's a brand new console. It's a mid-gen refresh, man. Get on board. And how they used to say, get on or get peed on, because we moving on. If you don't like it, well, all right, take this pee. Let's see what's up. What's up? Shadow of War looks sexy. Yeah, it did. I can't talk enough about this game, man. This was one of the ones that when Microsoft showed it, I already knew. I didn't even have to see it. I already knew I was getting it. You know, just off of Mortars alone. You know, and then you going into war, and I saw the same where you can go from one person to another person, stabbing them and killing them instantly. Oh my God, man, it's just. I liked it. Fell out right there when I seen that game. I was like, oh my goodness. Then they made the people that you fight bigger and how I looked on in 4K. My God, man, it was so detailed and you saw everything. It was just, yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm gonna have to play everything on X, man. I'm sorry, I got to get it day one. And I don't know why people complaining about the $500 price tag. If you think about it, if you trade your dang on Xbox One in or whatever, it's taking money off of it. So, you know, if you got an S, they over here is $150 they're giving you for it, you know, and that goes towards the purchase of your, you know, it's taking $150 off. So you're getting it, what, around 3 something. So, you know, it's cool. And I'm pretty sure Microsoft's going to have something set up to where if you trade in, you know, your old PlayStation or something, you know, and you get so much off or whatever, you know, I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen. Yeah, people tripping over $500, bro. I don't know about if they broke. I just think people just, you know, they paid for a headset, you know, a VR headset, which was $500, and they're gonna complain about something that's enhancing your gaming. I don't get it. They pay for something that was on the level as a controller. It just don't make sense to me. Hey, he did the math for me. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yeah, they're not forcing you to get it neither. And that's another thing. They dropped the price of the S. I think the 500 gig is like $200, and then if you get the gig, it's like $249. Can't beat that, man. You cannot beat that. VR is $500. Dang skippy it is. And I don't even think it went down. Did it go down? Did somebody look that up? Did the VR price go down from 500, or is it still holding at that $500 price tag? I know when it launched, it was 500, and you ain't hear nothing about VR since the launch. You heard something solid for about a good 2-3 days, and then people got that on their head, and they was like, "Ah, man, it's some trash." I bet you that bad baby's sitting somewhere collecting dust. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. This is another thing. They made it to where you had to have the PlayStation. So you spent $400 on a PlayStation and $500 for a dang on VR headset. That's $900. And then we ain't even talking about the games and buying the games and stuff. Man, y'all sit down with that trash, man. Bruh, it's worth $700. Yeah. Man, they need to stop with that trash. VR technology. They went all out, man, and Sony sold it to y'all in a weird way. We know why y'all bought it and why y'all didn't have a problem with paying for it. And the reason why y'all ain't have a problem because y'all seen that game with the little Japanese girl shaking her boobs and everything in the little school class and had the little skirt. Y'all some freaks. That was a child. She was in class. She was in school. And y'all sitting here looking at her jugs. It wasn't high school. Wasn't none of that little stuff. It wasn't college where you could say, okay, she's an adult. It was a dang on some of y'all, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Some of these PlayStation dudes is weird. And y'all went out and bought it. Like, oh my God, did you see that Japanese girl? Did you see the jugs? Yes, I'm buying it. Some freaks. And that's what y'all bought it for, man. VR top selling point was for fantasy. You know what I'm saying? Those little moments you can't get on your own. You know what I'm saying? Those that they can't get them on their own. You know what I mean? People want that VR for them females, boy. Man, y'all some freaks, man. They saw that dust. Oh my goodness, man. You know why you bought VR, man. Everybody that purchased it, they know why they got it. For the porn, baby. That's why you bought it. Yeah, the PlayStation at the dark. You dang skippy. Microsoft sold it to him on that because the first game they showed, if y'all remember when Jimmy Kimmel was on Jimmy Kimmel Live, and Jimmy Kimmel was like, man, this is trash. He was trying to shoot the little bow and arrow and it just wasn't working right. And he had his hands like trying to sword fight and everything. And it wasn't like a good showing. And you know, but once you seen the little girl in the class, that's why a lot of them went and purchased it. That's how Sony gonna sell that. You know what I'm saying? That's probably why that game that I saw, I'm thinking it's a VR game. Where the little girl, no, wasn't the two fat dudes with their navels had tongues coming out of, and they was kissing and stuff. Man, wait till y'all see this trash, boy. Yeah, if y'all can go on my page. I think on Twitter, I got it up on there. I'm gonna have to tweet it out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it says Sony make the gayest games, and I had shaking my head. Let me see if I can retweet this out. You know, yeah, I retweeted it out. Man, y'all go look at that trash, man. I mean, it's some of the nastiest, perverted. It's weird. I mean, I'm dead serious. It's weird, like, you know what I'm saying? Fat meat flopping around, and it's weird. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking. Man, y'all got to look at that trash, man. My goodness. When I first seen it, I was like, man, what? Then they skin peel away, and it was just some of just weirdest stuff, man. If this is a game that's gonna be on that, man, I don't know, man. I don't think I ever buy a PlayStation, man. I might trade the one I got in, because you know they selling something else, you know. And I think that might be something VR-ish because it was just like you watching Sodom and Gomorrah or something. And this is probably why they gamers, you know what I'm saying, I think it's okay to go on gay porn sites, man, and screenshot stuff and put our faces on it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because of the type of game Sony had, man. They, you know, I don't know, man. I'm good. The game with the guy flying in the guitar. It looks okay. You know, it wasn't nothing that kind of like I'm sitting here like, oh my god, you know, I made fun of next gen because next gen look at it, you know, he look at everything on the same level as Persona 5 and he Gundam style. So I kind of laughed at him with it, but it looks okay. The guitar guy game. Did you see it? What's his name? 021XX. What are you talking about? Did you see the game on the retweet or whatever? LSD. Oh, okay, the guitar guy. Yeah, it just looked at, you know, it's different, you know. I don't know if that's something I would rush out and buy. No, I won't say that trash. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, Yoshida did say no EA access. Shaking, yeah, and that's why I said they're not giving you options on the PlayStation side. Where Xbox, you have all kind of options, man. You know, and that's a great thing. It's never a bad thing. Yeah, it wasn't no talk on Game Pass. You know, I think maybe they kind of like didn't talk on it because their main thing was the backwards compat on all three uh, Xbox consoles. So if people go out and start buying their games now, you know, I've seen OG Xboxes for like $1. You know what I'm saying? I said, yeah, let me go back and start grabbing some of this trash back up. Seen it for like $1, you know, at the some of the little game spots over here. He said VR is promoting bestiality. Hey man, it was some freaky stuff, man. I kid you not, man. I was like, good grief. Dog bone. Okay, y'all seen it then. Okay, that's what's up. I told y'all, man, with some nasty stuff, man. That stuff is, I don't know, man. Yeah, he was sitting here petting that thing too, boy. Had me cracking up later. I was like, man, this is freaky, nasty stuff. I still have my collection of OG Xbox games. I got a few, you know, I got my the ones that I kept, you know, but I don't have. I got my sports games, but I don't have the adventure games and stuff that I used to have on there. They did show some of that stuff, yeah. Order it. I don't. You know what? I tried to look to see if you can pre-order it, and it wasn't. Um, they didn't have it up yet, so I'm waiting because I'm trying to get mine ASAP. Oh, first party triple A's. Why? I don't. You know what? I don't know why. I can't sit here and, you know, say like, you know, they should have had something. Maybe they still working on a lot of things. You know, they do Forza every year, and they do some of the ones that they have that come out every year. But they should have had at least something, you know. And maybe they're gonna wait until they can actually formally put certain things together. But they should have had a lot more than what they did. I agree with you. And Forza is first party. Um, can't say Ori is, you know, it's not. They paid for certain games, you know, for first party, and Microsoft has been known for that. But you know, they should have had a lot more. Hey, hey, Black Ice, man. Yeah. He said, your show. You saw it was nasty, man. I was like, bruh. Hey, if y'all ain't seen it, man, go look at it. I kid you not. The opening, the very opening is the two fat sumo dudes, man. It was just shaking that fat meat. It was just nasty, man. And you know, ponies think that stuff is you know, okay. I need a new Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, I do. I definitely need that. And you know what? They supposed to have showed because they said it was back in they back working on Scalebound. I thought, you know, I think we was thinking that, and we was also thinking Ninja Gaiden also for the Xbox. But nope, we ain't get none of that trash. Yeah, yeah, platinum. Yeah. Man. But yeah, so you know, I mean, all in all though, the conference was okay. You know, I gave it a solid, you know, like I said, 9 out of 10. You know, 8.5, 9 out of 10. So you know, it was solid for me. You know, I think the things that was missing, which was you know, the crackdown a little bit more on crackdown, a lot more on you know, AAA games. You know, a little bit more, at least one AAA game that was like we didn't heard about that we kind of blew our wigs off. And that's why I didn't give it a 10. But all in all, it was solid, man. It was solid. He said, "I love Xbox, but Sony going for the kill today. We'll see, man. You know, you can't pull a rabbit out your hat, man. What they have is what they have. So it depends on what they have. I mean, I know they bought a lot of third party deals, so the deals that they have, they're gonna. I mean, they bought a lot of third party games. You know, I think what was the one game we gonna see? You pretty much can sum theirs up. They bought Red Dead. Am I right? They bought what else was that? What else did they? But man, they bought so many dang on deals. Red Dead. They got what else did they get? I gotta look it up. But they bought a lot of third party deals, so we're gonna see a lot of third party stuff from Sony that's gonna come to Xbox anyway. And if you get it on the X, it's gonna be the best version of it. So I don't know about the leaks about the Xbox One price. You know what? I thought that was he was foul for that for leaking it because that's probably why a lot of people were upset about the price because he came out and told everybody what the price and said, "I'm 100% sure unless something changed." You know what I'm saying? And I think him doing that, man, kind of put a bad taste in everybody's mouth because their expectations was something different. But if he'd have let Microsoft do it, I think it wouldn't have went off the way it did, how it's going now. You know what I'm saying? But he sat and looked at their little E3 conference and was in there as a guest and he heard the price and he ran out there and told everybody, which I think is foul. You know what I'm saying? I think it's real foul. You said Sony going to win because of the marketing deals. I don't know. I do marketing deals if you're going to get on Xbox by not having exclusives, and they showing a bunch of third party. You got to get on Sony for the same thing, then. You know, and that's just me. You know, they have marketing deals, but you know, if you showing that for you can't sit here and complain for one for doing it, and then praise the other. That's being a hypocritical gamer or hypocrite gamer. Yeah. It can't be a double standard if you're gonna get on Microsoft for it. They showed a bunch of third multiplats. You know what I'm saying? Everybody complaining about it, but you know Sony's E3 gonna be full of them things. You know what I'm saying? And so y'all already pre-accepting it. So you can't have a higher standard for Microsoft and you're not gonna hold Sony accountable for the same thing. Most third parties need to get their games out anyway, so a lot of them, both of them make deals. So any third party deal that had happened for both platforms, kind of, I don't look at that as a plus for that platform. You know, if you're making a third party, it's not a plus for either platform. It's just something that's coming to both. You know what I'm saying? So if you more of a PlayStation dude, you don't care. You just look and say, okay, looking at Microsoft conference saying, okay, these games is coming to me eventually. So when I'm looking at Sony, I'm saying, what third party games I know that's going to come so I can see what they look like. I'm not giving them a plus. I'm giving them a plus for everything else that they're showing. So it depends on what Sony showed. We know they're going to show God of War. You know, they showed it last year. They're going to show it this year. You know, I don't know how much of a win that could be. You know, because they showed it last year with the sun and everything. So they can probably show a little gameplay with it now and some other little stuff. But, you know, it's a lot of Japanese stuff, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna show a lot of that. So a lot of niche titles, you know, and people gonna go crazy for it. But when Microsoft showed a few, nothing. They nitpicked at them. So we'll see. Shamu 3 game. No, I don't think they're gonna show Shamu, man. I heard that was getting pushed back for a while. Sony to win for God of War. Yeah, and Spider-Man. Yeah. But you know what? We knew those games were coming though. You know, it's nothing extra. So it's the same thing with Microsoft conference. Now don't get me wrong, those games are nice, but you can't sit here and say that is what's gonna give them the win. There's no way. I'm hyped for God of War and Tomb Raider. Dang Skippy. Crap, got like 460 games. Yeah, I don't know how many he got, but he is up there. They should have had it at $3.99 because Sony is going to drop the price. Well, they can do that, but you got to remember their console been out already for what, a good year before Scorpio is even coming out. So you can't sit here and tell Microsoft to drop their price because Sony's is going to be at this price and theirs already been out for a year. You can do the same approach and wait a year and see if they drop their price next year and then go ahead and get the Scorpio then. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is fresh coming out, so they're going to try to recoup what they put into it. Try to, at least, you know what I'm saying? I don't get it.
I don't get how showing games you want be playing for years is a win. Okay. I mean, it's backwards compat. It's for those that, you know, that likes that type of stuff, and people that missed out on games that they didn't get a chance to play back in the day. You can go back and have that experience. That's how I look at the backwards compat. You know, I'm pretty much play everything that I know that I wanted in those eras, but it's games that I didn't play and that I never gave the chance to. So I can go back and play those titles if I want. So they'd be like new games to a person that didn't play them. So it's a win because you can go back and they're not remaking the game or remastering the game and making you pay that much for it. You can go get it, you know, at GameStop, which is probably about $5-10 right now. You know, and it's a win. And you gotta look at it like this: Sony is making you pay for the same experience through PlayStation Now. You know what I'm saying? They're making you pay a monthly fee for that. So backwards compat to where you can just go purchase whatever game you want and you can get them cheap right now. It's a win because you don't have to pay a monthly subscription for it. Whatever you have, if you already have it, it's already a plus. If you don't have it, you just want to go try something that you never did play or complete, it's a plus for you. I want the first Ninja Gaiden that you played at an arcade when you used to do the Baronis, you know, and you had to flip the person when you used to do the little flip and man, that was that Ninja Gaiden right there, boy. My goodness. A lot of people don't know nothing about that one. But yeah, so you know, I don't know how long I've been in this dang on stream. I'm about to get up out of here. Hey, I thank everybody for coming out, rocking out with your boy, man. And I appreciate all y'all, man. But you know, I just wanted to get my little takes in. Wolf jumped in, man, and made the show a little different because you know he gave his little take. But you know, in the comment section, he was like, "Hey, I didn't like it. The show was trash." But you know, he got on here and the show wasn't all that trash like you know I thought it was gonna be, but how he thought it was gonna be. But it's cool. But all in all, man, thanks for rocking out with me, man. This is your boy, Showstopper, Al. Peace.